Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Hanamatsuri service. And this is to celebrate the birth of Shakyamuni Buddha. And Hanamatsuri literally means flower festival. And why is that? Because he was born in a garden of beautiful flowers, which is called Lumbini's Garden. So, again, I want to welcome everybody, and especially those joining us for the first time. We will begin the service with the ringing of the kansho, and then it'll be followed by the entrance of ministers. Okay, we will now have offering of flowers by the Dharma children, and while they're offering, the song Hanamatsuri no Uta will be playing. So if you know the song, please feel free to sing along.
Sing
So now that everyone's heard the song, we expect everyone to sing it next year. Now, if you would follow along with the chanting of Sambutsuge, you can follow along on the screen or in the purple service book in front of you, page 79. Okay, next I would like to ask the children to come up and offer oshoko and then proceed into the kaikan. Okay, now if you will please follow along as we read Three Treasures.
Would you please join me in Gassho and read the three treasures? Hard it is to receive a human form, now we have received it. Difficult is it to hear the Buddha Dharma, now we hear it. If we do not receive awakening in this life, in what life shall we do so? Let us reverently take refuge together in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. Together with all beings, may we attain the great way of enlightenment, awakening to the supreme intent of the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. Together with all beings, may we enter the storehouse of Dharma, acquiring wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. Together with all beings, may we become united as the great assembly, being free of all bondage. Hard is it to encounter the supreme, profound, and wondrous Dharma, even in 100,000 million kalpas. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us truly understand the true intent of the Tathagata. Namo Amida Butsu Nammanda. 来三問、人参受け方し、今すでに行く。仏法聞き方し、今すでに聞く。このみ根性に向かってどせずんば、さらにいずれの章に向かってかこのみをどせん。 大衆もろともに詩人に三方に帰依し立て祀るべし。自ら仏に帰依し立て祀る。まさに願わくは主情とともに大道を体現して無常意を起こさん。自ら法に帰依し立て祀る。まさに願わくば主情とともに深く共同に入りて知恵海のごとくならん。自ら僧に帰依し立て祀る。まさに願わくば主情とともに大衆を通りして一切無下ならん。無常人人未明の本は百千万語にも愛おうことかたし、我今検問し授事することを得たり、願わくは如来の真実義を下し立て祀らん。ナモ阿弥陀仏、何万打仏、何万打仏、何万。
Okay, now I would like to introduce our guest speaker, Reverend Nobuo Miyaji. He was born on February 16th, 1947, and attended the Ritsumeikan University, where he attained his Bachelor of Philosophy. He also went to Ryokoku University, where he got his Master of Buddhism and started his doctorate course, but he did resign from that. His assignments include the following. In 1977, he became a BCA minister. In 1978, he went to Santa Barbara Buddhist Church. 1981, Ogden Buddhist Church. 1987 was the Los Angeles Betsuin. 1999, the Venice Honganji Buddhist Temple. 2003 was the Fresno Betsuin, where he became the Rinban, or he's the head honcho there. Then in 2012 was the Gardena Buddhist Church. And finally, he retired in 2017, February. He is married. His wife is Yoshiko, 3 children, Michiko, Atsushi, and Takashi. And the last I heard, he had 7 grandchildren. Still 7? Okay. So now I would like to invite Reverend Miyaji to deliver his Dharma message in both English and Japanese.
That's it? 出ました。Oh. Hi. Good morning, everybody. And congratulations. Happy Hanamatsuri. This is the wonderful decoration of the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha's birth. But this is the for everybody too. You know, that's Shakyamuni Buddha, supposed to be the Shakyamuni Buddha, all right? But that's us too, okay? So we are celebrated our birth, you know, by with these wonderful, beautiful flowers. So that is the kind of Shakyamuni Buddha is representing our birth. So we are all celebrated like this. So today. In that meaning, today's Hanamatsuri is very, very important for us. But sorry, I'd like to speak in Japanese 5 minutes. Okay, first 5 minutes. So please be patient. 5 minutes. Okay. So Hanamatsuri is a very wonderful occasion. この花祭りに対してですね、ちょっと悲しいというか、話をさせていただきますが、これはある軍兵士ですね、マクシミリアンという兵士のお葬式の場面です。このマクシミリアンという兵士はこの非常に勇敢に戦った兵士でございまして、このみんなに尊敬されて、しかしその戦場で命を落とし、その お葬式がここで行われたわけでございますが、その葬式、この人はですね、マクシミリアンという人はこの軍用犬っていうんですかね、ここにおりますが、これは軍用犬、犬ですね。犬と一緒にこの戦場へ行って戦った人だったそうです。非常に勇敢に戦った。この犬もこのサーベルという名前の犬なんですが、サーベルというのも一生懸命やってですね、2人でこの戦場を戦っていった。ところがこの残念ながらマクシミリアン兵士は亡くなっていった。その葬式が行われて、その葬式の最中にですね、こういうことが起こったんですよ。それはこのサーベルという軍用犬ですね。この軍用犬がこのマクシミリアンの棺が開けておられますが、そのお葬式の最中にですね、この棺の中に登ってきましてね、そしてこのマクシミリアンに最後を告げたという、そういう場面がここに出てきて写真に載っているわけなんですが、こういう場面を見ますと、このみんな誰もが感じることは、なんと忠実なフェイスフルなこのドッグであろうかと、こういうふうに思うわけでありますが、実はそういうこれで私たちが考えるのは素晴らしい犬だな、サーベルというのは大変な、この忠実な犬だな、忠実な犬だとこういうふうに思うんですね。それは実は私たち人間の考えですね。人間がそう思うんですよ。私たちはこの犬は忠実な犬だと思って、そしてそれを褒めたたえる、そういう写真になるわけなんですね。なんと、そして確かに忠実にそういうことをやってくれて、ここに並んでおる人たちはみんな泣いたそうですね。素晴らしいことだったんです。素晴らしいシーンだったんです。しかしそこではですね、この私たちが考えなきゃならないのは、このサーベルという犬がどういう気持ちでですね、このマクシミリアンのこの遺体にすがったのかということなんですね。この遺体にすがった時にですね、ここにこの、手が見えていますが、手を、出したわけでしょうね。そういう場面です。しかし今言いましたように、サーベルはサーベルで、自分の思いでですね、このどんな気持ちでマクシミリアンの手を握っておったのか分かりませんが、そういうところをですね、私たちは人間の立場から考えて、いつもこのサーベルは忠実な犬だと言うて褒めるわけですが、実はそれは人間の考え、人間が動物を見ておる考えであります。サーベルの本当の気持ちっていうのは実は分かってないんですよね、私たちはね。そのことを私今日言おうとしてですね、この写真を実は持ってきたわけでありますが、人間は人間としてですね、自分の思いでおごりがそこにあるんではなかろうか。この軍用犬サーベルのですね、本当の思いというものは一体どこにあったかということは私たちには気づかないんではないかと、同じようにですね、私たちのこの人間の知恵でもって、人間の計らいでもって仏様のお慈悲を図っておるんですね。その仏様のお慈悲、私たちに分かるはずがないんですね。だからその仏様のお慈悲というものを私たちの知恵で測る必要はないということを今日言いたいわけなんですね。そしてその仏様のお慈悲とですね、ありがたく受け取らせていただくということが大事なことではなかろうかということをですね、ちょっとお話をさせていただきました。またその英語の方でもそういう話をさせていただきますので、引き続いて聞いていただいたらありがたいと思います。나만다. I'm very happy to see you again this morning. This is the word. I'm happy to see you again this morning. This is the word of Mrs. Ayako Suzuki, who suffered from cancer and died several years ago. Even though she was suffered from fatal illness, she was awakened in Amida Buddha's compassion and ended her life in happiness. She said that her bed, which sustained her until her last moment, was the best seat for listening to the teaching of Dharma, she said. And she was so happy to be able to see her families every precious morning. She always said to them, "I'm very happy to see you again this morning." We can learn from her what is the most important thing for our life. This is why I like to repeat her words for my opening Dharma message. Today, we are observing the birthday of Shakyamuni Buddha's. Thank you very much your effort to come here to listen to the teaching of Dharma. It's a wonderful moment. And also, I'd like to express my appreciation to Sensei and staff here to prepare this wonderful service of Shakyamuni Buddha's birth. First, I would like to read a sentence from the Nirvana Sutra, which is the Shakyamuni Buddha's word. Please join me in Gassho. Put your hand together. Issai Shujo, Shitsu Bussho. All sentient being has a Buddha nature. Namandao, Namandao, Namandao. Thank you. Last month, I had the pet memorial service in the Gardena Buddhist Church. I'm from Gardena Buddhist Church. I had the 2 dogs who passed away several years ago. During the Chanting Sutra, I could remember something about them. Those wonderful memories struck me again, and I was almost going to weep. I'm getting old, so very easy to cry, now. So, but anyway, and I was sure to see them again in Ojodo, which is Buddha's land, near future, I hope. I believe you had some pet before, and you missed them. It was like this lovely dog. Maybe, or it was a lovely kitten. Or any other pet memories like a bird, butterflies, or any other. Maybe you have still now. Please take care of them. They have a special power to cure us with their lovely faces and deeds. All right? It is a special magical power for us human beings. They don't try to cure us, but we are cured by them. We human beings are using them as a curable things. Wow, kawaii, adorable. I believe that it is good for us. That is why we love them. On the other hand, however, I'm afraid, do we have any discrimination between us and them? As long as we can make use of them, we can love them. But once they are against us, we change our attitude toward them. We hate them. I don't like you. Isn't it a very selfish idea toward them? This is the picture which crows have their funeral service for their family. Crows, you understand, right? Crows, okay, karasu in Japanese. I have heard the story from my brother. He told me one day he found a dead crow on the street. There was an electric power pole. He was looking up the pole. One crow came, and 2, 3, 4 crows came to stop on the wire between the poles, just like this picture. Then in few seconds, a lot of crows came together and crying insane. Ga, 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 ga. They said that. My brother thought at that time, my brother is also the minister too. They were observing the funeral service for the dead crow. Of course, we can not tell that is the funeral service or not. But it may be, maybe they are doing. We can't tell because that is the power of crows. And another story I have. This is the story of Takashi, who is my son, which happened recently. One day, a small kitten around his house was crying, meow, meow. When he got out, he could see a big dog scared the kitten. The small kitten was shaking with frightened looks. He emphasized it and chased the dog away. Go, go. On the night of that happening, he could see a big cat in front of his house, and took a look for a while, Takashi's house, and went by. Takashi also my son is a minister too, believed that mother cat came to his house to say thank you for him. He believed that. This is also not sure the cat did such a deed or not, but it may be. It may be. Here is another famous story, the Japanese folk story. The title is The Crane of Gratitude, which is a Japanese classic story. One day, an old man went to the forest. There in the middle of the field, an old man saw a crane struggling in a trap that had been laid. So the old man went over and freed the poor bird. The crane then rose up above the old man's head, circled around 3 times, and cried out, "Cow, cow, cow." Then after crying out happily, it flew off. Several days after, a young lady visited the old man's house. So the old man and his wife took care of her very well. The young lady said, "Thank you very much. Now I'd like to help you." She started to weave white, beautiful cloth. The old man sold it and earned the money. Their lifestyle became easy and appreciated so much to her. One day, the couple found the young lady was a crane, and she made a cloth to make of her beautiful vein. And she told them, "I am the crane that was saved by you in the field. I wanted to repay my kindness to you, and I became this girl." This is also, it's a true story or not true, but it may be, maybe we don't know. We don't understand that they are doing because we can't understand them fully. We try to understand them with our way only, human beings' way only here. Here is the discrimination. Are we discriminating against animals? We are merely comparing the abilities of animals to those of humans. Animals have their own unique abilities, right? Humans don't know about that. Are you making judgment based only on what human can understand? An animal's ability may have something the same as the ability of grass or trees, flowers. We might say that the ability of grass and trees is the same as the ability of the moon and stars. The ability of the moon and stars might be called ability of universe. Can we compare the capabilities of the universe with those of human beings. It may be human beings who are done doing that. In other words, it may be human who want to conquer the universe through our abilities. And there may be destruction of human beings awaiting us someday. Therefore, human beings must integrate with the universe, harmonize with the plants and trees, and live in harmony with animals. Spider here. I know one of my relatives took care of a spider as her pet. Do you have a spider as a pet? She tied the string. She tied the string on the foot of the spider and took a walk every day around her house. It's kind of funny, but anyway, she loves that. Her pet was spider. So I remember one famous story of spider. It was written by Ryunosuke Akutagawa. Ryunosuke Akutagawa was a Japanese novelist, and his haiku name maybe you know, is a Gaki. Gaki means the hungry ghost. It's kind of a funny name. But he was born in Tokyo, 1892. He's known for Rashomon. Maybe you have heard the movie Rashomon. And any other things, the nose, Jigoku-hen, or Gears, and other works for his works. By the way, his mother, Fuku, had a mental breakdown when he was about 7 months old. So he was sent to his aunt. Aunt raised him. Akutagawa was a very successful writer of the time and honor student of the Tokyo University, which is the #1 university in Japan. But at the same time, he was a good understanding of socialism, including his devotion to Bernard Shaw. After finishing his last work, titled The Man of the West, he committed suicide by poisoning himself at home. 1927, at the age of 35, only 35 years old, Ryunosuke Akutagawa shocked society by committing suicide using vague anxiety as his motive. Immediately after the news of Akutagawa's suicide, there was a wave of suicide by young people in Japan on those days. Anyway, please enjoy his work here. I'd like to show.
The Spider's Thread.
Just 5 minutes, please.
This is what happened one day. Shakyamuni was strolling along around the banks of the lotus pond in Buddha's land. The lotus flowers that bloom in the pond are all pearl-like white, and the indescribable scent is incessantly overflowing from the golden pistils of its center. It seems Buddha land is just in the early hours of the morning. After a short while, Shakyamuni stands at the edge of the pond, taking a look at the state below through the lotus leaves that cover the surface of the water. Since beneath the lotus pond of this Buddha's land hits exactly at the bottom of hell, you can clearly see the scenery of the three-crossing river and the mountain of needles through this crystal-like water. At the bottom of hell, with other sinners, is a man named Kandata, wriggling figure that caught Shakyamuni's eye. This man named Kandata is a master thief who had killed people, had set fire to houses, and had done various evil deeds. But there was a memory of one good thing he had done. That is, as this man was passing through a deep forest one time, he had noticed a tiny spider crawling along the roadside. Kandata immediately raised his foot and tried to trample it to death, but he suddenly reconsidered, thinking, no, even though it's tiny, it must be a living thing. To take its life for no reason would be way too cruel. Shakyamuni recalled that this Kandata had saved a spider. and thought, if possible, he would relieve this man out from hell. Just as he was thinking this, in Buddha's land, a spider hung a beautiful silver thread on the jade-colored lotus leaf. Shakyamuni softly picked up the spider's thread and drops it through the pearl-like white lotus. Khandata is barely floating in a blood pond, and no matter where he looks, it's pitch dark. When it looks like there's something dimly emerging in the darkness, it's the gleam of needles from the terrifying mountain of needles. The place is filled with profound silence, as if inside a grave, and the only thing that can be heard from time to time is the faint sigh of a sinner. There is nothing more lonely. It seems that human beings who have fallen here are already exhausted from the various tortures of hell and have lost the power to make a crying noise. But this is what happened once. As Khandata casually raises his head, he sees a singular silver spider's thread gleaming straight and thin, falling above in the silent sky, as if it were afraid to be noticed. As Khandata sees this, he is delighted, even clapping his hands unintentionally. There is no doubt that he will get out of hell if he clings to this thread and climbs up as far as he can, he thinks. No. If this goes well, he would even be able to enter Buddha's land. If that happens, he would never be chased up the mountain of needles or be sunk in the blood pond anymore. Khandata immediately reels in and begins to climb up with his utmost effort, grasping the spider's thread firmly with both hands. As a master thief, he's accustomed to this sort of thing. But it's a distance between hell and Buddha's land, tens of thousands of miles, so no matter how patiently he tries, it's still more. While climbing for a while, Khandata gets tired. He rests, and while hanging in the middle of the thread, looks down as far as he has come. The blood pond that he was in a while ago now already hidden in the bottom of the darkness. And then the dimly glowing and terrifying mountain needles is also disappearing beneath his feet. He climbs at this rate. Getting out of hell might be easier than he thought. Twirling both hands in his thread, Khandata laughed like he's never done. I've done it! But he notices that suddenly the lower part of the thread there are countless sinners also climbing up, intently following after him like a procession of ants. How can this thin spider's thread bear the weight of that many people? It will surely snap. If the thread should snap, even he who had climbed to this point with considerable effort must fall back to original hell. This would be terrible. But hundreds of thousands of sinners are crawling up, the swarms from the bottom pitch-black blood pond and diligently climbing. He doesn't know what to do. So Khandata shouts, "Hey, you sinners! This spider thread is for me! Who allowed you to climb it? Get off! Get off!" In that instant, the spider's thread, which was fine until just now, suddenly breaks off with a loud snap where Khandata was holding it. Before he could say anything, Khandata falls head first, slicing through the air, spinning like a top down to the bottom of the darkness in a second. The spider's thread of Buddha's land, broken, gleams shining in the darkness, shiny and thin in the middle of the sky, without the moon or stars. Shakyamuni stood at the edge of the lotus pond of Buddha's land and was watching everything quietly. But soon after Khandata sank in the bottom of the blood pond like a pebble, he started strolling again with a soured countenance, perhaps thinking how unfortunate the selfish heart of Khandata, who thought only to save himself, impaired himself. Worried about the weight of others, he couldn't see his way forward. And yet, the lotus in Buddha's land continued to sway. The pearl-like white flowers moves and sways with a beautiful scent, overflowing from the golden pistils of its center. It seems Buddha's land is almost noon already.
Story of the Akutagawa about the spider's thread. So first of all, why did the Buddha send this spider's thread down to hell? Could it be considered as the repayment of that spider's favor? And second, why was the spider's thread broken? Only one person tried to be saved. It tried to teach that selfish thinking is not good. It represents self-righteousness thinking. So we usually take the theme of this story morally and say, let us live in harmony with all things, and wealth and health, we will have to go to hell again. However, from the perspective of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, it's wrong to think that one's own thoughts are right. That kind of a way we can see it. Not the moralistic way. Further to say, it is wrong to think that only human beings are right. Okay. The limit of one's own power, we can say it's wrong to try to measure the power of Buddha by our own power. Measure. It's wrong to try to measure Buddha's power by human beings' power. Here, Ryunosuke Akutagawa, author, tried to solve everything with the human power, just like us. And he found there was no solution. As a result, he was doomed to suicide. There is no solution to this problem other than to believe in the existence of power beyond human power. The power is called the other power, the power of Buddha, or the power of the absolute world. Shakyamuni Buddha discovered this about 2,500 years ago. After trying all kind of difficult religious practices, he understood that such a kind of effort will be in vain. After stopping them, he sat down under the tree of Bodhi. Then he could listen to the voice of Amida Buddha, which came from the world of truth. It is a moment of his Shinjin, faith, mind, awakening to the truth itself. And this is delivered to us as Namo Amida Butsu. There is no other way for Kandata, that guy, to be liberated except by relying on the compassion of Amida Buddha as expressed in Namo Amida Butsu. After this enlightenment, Shakyamuni Buddha started to share his experience to all of us. Because of it, we can live in this world with ease in saying Namo Amida Butsu. This until this moment. Okay. So this is today's my Dharma message about the Shakyamuni Buddha's enlightenment. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much. Please enjoy it today. Okay.
Thank you very much, Sensei, for your Dharma message this morning. If you would now please join us for the reading of Ryogemon.
Please join me in Gassho on reading the Ryogemon. We rely upon Amida Buddha with our whole heart for the enlightenment in the life to come, abstaining from all sundry practices and teachings, and giving up the trust in our imperfect view. There is no doubt that the assurance of enlightenment comes at the very moment we enter us, and we recite the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, in joy and gratitude for the Buddha's compassion. We also acknowledge gratefully the benign benevolence of our founder and succeeding masters who have led us to live in this profound teaching, and we do now endeavor to follow throughout our lives the way laid down for us. 両下出言 もろもろの同業奪取自力の心を振り捨てて、一心に阿弥陀如来、我らが今度の一大事の御所、御助け総来と頼み申して候。頼む一年の時、往生一条御助け事情と存じ、この上の称名は、ご恩報謝と存じ、喜び申し候。この恩断り弔問申し分け候こと、ご解散承認ご出世のご恩、次第僧正の伝示式の朝からざるご関係のご恩と、ありがたく存じ候。この上は定め犯せられる恩をきて、一号限り守り申すべく候。何万だ、何万だ、何万だ。
Okay, now it's time for announcements. The BCA Social Welfare Committee have started the Southern California Wildfire Relief Fund, and they're asking for any donations for the victims of both the Palisades and the Eaton Fire. And if you would like to donate, you can go to bca.kindful.com. Now, on May 17th, we are having our Centennial Commemorative Seminar. It's entitled Hearing and Appreciating the Buddha's Wish. It's Saturday, it's the 17th, starting at 10 o'clock, and our guest speaker is Reverend Yukari Tori, and she is the resident minister of the San Fernando Valley Honganji Buddhist Temple. The following day, we are having Gotan Dharma service, which is Shiran Shonin's birthday, and this is at 10 o'clock. Also, Reverend Tori will be speaking at that time. And then the same day, we are having the Hatsumairi, or the first servant for infants, as well. So if you have newborn or if you have grandchild that would like to participate in this ceremony, please contact the office. May the 25th is our Memorial Day service. It's going to be also at 10 o'clock, followed by a memorial service at our Nokotsudo, or columbarium, which is located behind our altar. And our speaker at that time is Reverend Umezu. Now, we offer several study sessions here. First one is on Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m., and this is all by Zoom. This is led by Reverend Takata, and the first one will be on April the 16th, 4 sessions, and the suggested donation is $40 for that. And if you can't make the Wednesday, he also offers a Saturday session from 11 to 12, also via Zoom. April 26th is the first session, and again, $40 suggested donation. On April the 12th, here at the temple, it's sponsored by the Buddhist Churches of America, and they are presenting what's called Behind the Scenes, an insider look into movie making. There's going to be 6 different sessions here, about 15-20 minutes each. It's from 10 to 1 o'clock, and 2 of the sessions are going to be led by 2 of our, one member and Reverend Umezu. So Reverend Umezu is going to be presenting storyboarding live-action feature films, and Galen Kobayashi will be presenting finishing, fix it, and post. So if you have any interest in that, please attend, and there will be lunch served afterwards. May the 3rd, we are having what's called Kodomo no Hi, or the Children's Day celebration, and that's from 12 to 3 o'clock. This is a totally free event. We have games with prizes, we have different types of activities, lots of entertainment. We have live music. Our West LA Taiko will be performing. We have a hula show, a kimono show, and we have a magician as well. So it's going to be a very fun event. We also have a food truck, which is not free, that you have to pay for. And we will also have a dessert truck as well. So if you have a chance, please attend. We do have what's called relaxed parking because this total area is restricted. So we are going to have relaxed parking, and we're also trying to get parking with at the Lumens, if you're familiar with that building, which is on the corner of Corinth and Olympic. So that would be probably $5 for the entire day, which is really good because they charge up to $35. So please try to attend. Jumping a little further ahead here, June the 21st is our annual yard sale. Lots of great things. And if you have anything that you would like to donate towards the yard sale, please contact the temple. And the only thing is we ask that the items are dust-free, insect-free, and mold-free. And nothing big, nothing like, desks or furniture. And we don't take computers, but it will take anything else. Every third Friday of the month, we have bingo at the temple, and that's at 7 o'clock. It's held at our social hall across the way. A lot of people bring snacks to share with everybody. It's all cash prize, and the more people that attend, of course, the bigger the prize. So if you have a chance and you have nothing to do on a Friday night, please join us. We have some merch here. So we have a temple t-shirt. This is what it looks like. It was, the logo was designed by our own, we have some young adults that designed the logos. So we have two styles. We have crew neck and V-neck. They're $20 each. And if you're interested, you can see me today or just contact the office at any time. And then we also have our happy coat. Like this. And the front, it's in Japanese, which will say the West LA Temple. Okay. Now for members, these are $80 each, and for non-members, they're $95. These are made specially for us in Japan, made out of cotton, really good quality. So again, if you're interested, please contact the office. And finally, the Southern District Junior YBA, they're having their Obon t-shirt fundraiser. I don't have any samples of this, but they are taking pre-orders until April the 26th. They're also $20 each, various sizes. And if you would like to order that, again, see the office or call the office. So with that, that will conclude our service for today. I do want to thank everyone that's attending, and especially all of you that are here for the first time. And I do want to invite you for lunch. If you have some time, please go to the social hall and enjoy a delicious catered lunch by Feast from the East. And Sensei, take.
Thank you very much. Please offer the incense and pour the tea. Thank you.